Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to everyone. Alhamdulillah. Oh, yeah, you see, that's the new function. Okay, so let's close our eyes for a moment and try to let the world just be outside of you at the moment. So we just passed the solstice last night, summer solstice, which means there is the change of the length of the days. Now we had last night the longest day or a shortest night. Yeah. Now from today on, the days become shorter and the nights will become longer again. Yeah. Depends where you live. This is not so drastically with you, but when you live very north, that has a very strong effect. Yeah. So Fajr time was beginning last night, 3 minutes past two here. Yeah. So this is really early. And I think if you live in Berlin or anywhere there, further north, it's even earlier. Yeah, right. So the days are very long. Yeah, means Asia also is very late. There you have a very little time to rest. It's just at the limit. Yeah. So summer, I'm always tired. Okay. There's no sleep. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yes. So when you have a situation that is very um, difficult for you to understand, yeah, or you want to contact something that happened in your past, but it is so far and it is so not clear what actually happened, yeah, or you have an emotion, let's say you start to observe yourself and you find out that you have a constant sadness, yeah, you notice that you have a constant sadness. But you don't know what is the origin of it. Yeah. Or you have a constant fear, but you don't know, you don't understand what is the reason. There is no apparent reason why I should be all the time in fear. Yeah. Let's say your income is okay. Yeah. You have a relatively good marriage, whatever. You are in a good situation, outwardly spoken. But your inner situation looks totally different compared with your outer one. Yeah. You're restless, you feel under pressure, you feel worried, no? Yeah. You feel confused, no? You don't know what is it, what is happening within you, all right? So what do you do usually is you think. No, you start to think and you think in loops and loops and loops and you loop and loop and loop, and there is no help there, right? There's no solution there. There's no navigation also there. And when you ask yourself, who knows? Who knows? Who can know in you if it is not the mind? Who is the one that knows? Huh? How do you know? How do you know something for certain? Yeah. Because the mind obviously does not give you this answer that brings you into peace, right? It doesn't give you the navigation. Doesn't give you the orientation that you can stay over a certain period of time at least in peace. So who knows? Who can know in you? Because if there is nobody there that knows, right? And then we can hold our hands and say good night at 8, right? But some people you can understand they know. How do they know? Huh? Why do they know? What do they do different? What is the difference between you and them? Because it is not your intellect, right? It is not that you are too little intellectual or too little intelligent or too little smart. That is not the problem, right? Yes? Or do you think this is my problem? I'm not smart enough. I'm not intelligent enough. Huh? I don't think that you look at your mind and say, "Oh my goodness, what a what a shabby mind I have. You know, it's not working." Hmm? I don't think you do that. So what is it that could know? Hmm? How do you know that when a woman falls in love with you, yeah, you fall in love with her? How do you know for certain she loves you? In which moment you know it? Hmm? If she says it, you may think, "Oh, super," but there is this worry. Maybe she just says it, but how can I know? Surely she really means it, or she means it different than me, or there's always this uncertainty, and you never know, right? Cannot be sure, but there is a point where you can be sure, right? Which one is that? Huh? Yeah. I love these moments, when you look at me like, you as if I ask you, about quantum physics, and what is it, the latest topic in the quantum physics, yeah. I know, I just ask you the most basics, huh? Isn't it? Right? You all have experienced it. Hopefully, you all have experienced, but I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah. So how do you know? Who knows? Who is the one in you that knows? Huh? Anyone has a suggestion? Hmm? Yeah, isn't it funny? Huh? Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Okay. So we know it's not the mind. All right. So some clever ones, what do they say? Who knows? Hmm? I can tell you what the Chinese would answer. No, no. They would say it's the heart. Yeah. Heart. Yeah. No, it's not the heart. Because if it was the heart, you have no problem, right? Yeah, and you look in your heart, boom, you have this connection, yeah, 1000%. Your heart says you anything, but you don't even know what your heart says. Yeah. Uh, Sometimes you think, oh, maybe this is my heart speaking, and sometimes you think, oh, this is, is it my mind speaking with my heart, or is it my heart with my mind, or yeah, right? So who knows? Who knows? Undoubtedly. I don't know if this is English, but without doubt, yeah. Who knows that? Who is that? Hmm? Hello? So, so good. Well, it's very simple. Yeah. It is the body. Yeah. The body knows. The body knows. And there's many situations where you can understand the body knows. Yeah. Right. And if you look also, it is the body that fears. Yeah. It's not your mind. It is just a reflection of the body that the mind interprets it. Right. But it's the body that knows. When one touches you, yeah, your body knows instant if that touch is true, if that touch is real, if that person really kisses you in real, right? You feel that. You feel if the person, when it touches you, anyone that touches you, you feel like someone hugs you. You feel, is the hug deep? Is the hug good? Yeah. Is it a real hug? Or is it just a hug out of habit or whatever? Yeah. Right? You feel it in the moment someone touches you. Your body says, yes, this is real. And if the body doesn't say that, you know also, okay, this is not, yeah, it's not working, right? You can have a great love with each other somewhere, but when the body says no, yeah, it's difficult, yeah, very difficult, yeah, because it is the body that has to say yes. The mind easily can say yes. The mind can think thousands of things. Yeah, it has no connection with your real essence. Yeah. But the body cannot cheat you. It cannot lie to you. It is always giving you the absolute answer. Yeah. So when you have a sadness, for example, yeah, which most people have it, yeah, or you have a fear, then the first thing you should ask yourself, where is it in my body? Yeah. Where is this sadness? Is it in my belly? Is it is in my sexual organs, or is it in my right knee, or is it in my left arm, or where is the sadness? Yeah. Let's say your sadness, you find it in your chest. Okay, right? You may find it there, but it doesn't have to be there. But I'm saying most of the time, most probably, you find it there. No. So then you would touch yourself on the point where you think that the sadness is the strongest there. No, you touch yourself, and you close your eyes and you ask the body to guide you, yeah, to the place where that sadness started. Yeah? Because the body has a memory, an absolute memory. It can't forget a thing. Yeah, it is like a recorder. Yeah. The mind memory, you know yourself, this is like a cheese with holes. No? Some things you memorize, then you memorize it different. If you ask two people, two witnesses, what have you seen there and there, you know, they say all the different things. They can't memorize, right? You can't trust your memory. No? But the body has an absolute memory. Yeah, right? And in this memory, yeah, the body can guide you. So you close your eyes and you allow yourself, you take this courage, of course, that you go on this journey and you ask the body to guide you, right? And they may pop up a situation or they may pop up something that shows you, ah, this is the place, yeah, where am I? Yeah, maybe it is you will see yourself as a small child, yeah, or as a teenager or whatever, yeah. You see yourself in that time where it is, yeah, and you see yourself in this intense, in the very intense emotion in this moment, no, that is from there. And when you can reconnect with this one that is there sitting, no, yeah, all these emotions like sadness, anger, uh, 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 let's keep it with sadness and anger, fear, fear. These three, these emotions, they are shocks. Yeah. Okay. In the modern language, they call it traumas. No? Right? You have them there. And you can think it as long as you like, you can speculate. Oh, my trauma comes from there and there because my papa did this and this, my mama did this and this, yeah. But this doesn't satisfy you. You see, even you have a certain kind of mental realization. It doesn't free you. It doesn't really free you because the mind cannot free you. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have happened a long time ago, isn't it? Yeah. But the body can, because it's the body, yeah, that carries everything. No? Right? It's the body that experiences everything. So this body, when it is too much, and it is too much of experiences, that moment it has to go. Yeah. It cannot take more. It cannot carry anymore. Yeah. Right? The system closes, and when that system closes, your spirit has to return. Yeah. It doesn't really return because it's not really in the first place there, but the identification, let's say, breaks with the body, yeah, which is the hardest identification. There's nothing more difficult than to leave somehow the identification with the body because this is all you have for certain. Yeah, when you look in the mirror, you have a very clear information how you look like. Yeah, it's not something that you must think. You see it, right? If you think on your mind, and how the way you think, he, yeah, it's a monkey think. It is never quite, yeah, it is not never clear one day like the other, right? The emotions come, go, maybe you have a good period with people, then you have not a good period, then you have again a good period. It's a total yo-yo and a circus and whatever you want to call it, no? The body is very, very constant. Yeah. You never have to doubt it because it's with you, right? It's there. You touch it, bang, you have connection. Yeah. Right? So the body knows. And this is the way, for example, you learned walking. Yeah. If you would say to the child, oh, you have to stand up and you have to do this and you have to do that, and you would explain every day the child this lesson, but you wouldn't allow him to move. Yeah. And then after 5 years, you would say, okay, now move. Yeah, I told you everything, and now you can move. The baby cannot move. Yeah, it will not be able to move. Or you watch films about dancing, and you say, it goes like this and this and this. Or martial arts, people, man, they love to watch movies and clips from martial arts, when they finished watching, they say, okay, I have it. Yeah, next time, someone, bang, and it's good, yeah. But it's not going to work like that because it's not in your body. Yeah? And if you don't watch a movie, but you repeat a movement 1,000 times, 10,000 times, whatever is needed, it's in your body. And then at that moment, when you need it, the body has it, right? So you will not become strong by watching those videos. You will not become a fighter by watching those videos, okay? You will not become a dancer by watching those videos, and you will not become anything by watching these videos. You understand? Yeah. So we are not doing a video here. Yeah. It's live. We are doing what we call sohbet. Yeah. All right. So sohbet means we are together. Yeah. Right. In this moment, we are together. No? Even physically, we are not together, and this is also a very funny situation. You see, this has never happened before. In the old times, it wasn't even possible. How you can be together and you feel a kind of transmission, and at the same time, we were not on the same place, no? But we feel a physicality still there, right? Yeah, it's stronger than, for example, telephone. If you would close all your cameras and you would just hear me, yeah, um, it's less strong. Yeah. So it is the body that knows. Yeah. And it is the body that you forget, right? It is your organs that want to communicate with you and to inform you, I'm like this, like this, like this, for example. No? Yeah, the body wants to speak with you. And if you don't want to hear it, then it says, okay, not listening, huh, I stop functioning. He he he. Yeah. Anyone doesn't want to listen, okay, well, yeah, I will make a little pause here. Yeah, right? If you look just from outside to the body, it's also not helpful. Yeah. That is not being with the body. Yeah. This is more a narcissistic relationship. But when you are really with the body, no, means you want to connect. Yeah. Then you connect through the body. This is how you connect to yourself. Yeah. You want to connect with your mind. This is hopeless. You can connect to your mind all day long. You have no connection. Yeah. Does it give you any connection? Yeah. But when you swim, for example, you swim. Let's say you swim in the ocean and you dive down, 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 down. You will have a spiritual experience. Yeah. Or you climb up a mountain. Yeah. Climbing, 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 climbing. Yeah. Air becomes thin and so on. You will have a spiritual experience. You run a certain distance. Yeah. After a certain kilometers of continuously running, you will come into what they call the zone. No? And this is we have a brother that runs marathon, so I'm always asking him, how is it? I say, oh, after such and such, then, it takes you kind of in the zone. Yeah. So you're in the zone. And what do you do in the zone? No, nothing. You are connected. That's the nice thing, that you become harmonious with the surrounding. You are starting to become a part of everything. Yeah? You're in communication. Yeah? You don't run and everything is far. No, you are in. You're in the thing. The same happens when you swim long. Yeah, same thing. Uh, all these things. Okay. So it is the body that teaches you, yeah, and gives you these experiences. And for this reason, we have those systems like yoga, tai chi, kung fu, whatever there is. No? Yeah, because through this you make experience. No? And in our path, we work very much through transmission. No? Yeah, so we transmit a certain energy, yeah, to the student, no? And the student can receive that and can work with it. Yeah. And it can happen in the silence, but it happens usually easier when the sheikh is talking, and then he can talk many things, but actually his focus is not on the talking. Yeah. He talks because through this talking comes a state where you become receptive. And in that moment, a certain transmission can happen, yeah, if it happens. No? Yeah. And with this transmission, you enable yourself, you empower yourself, kind of, yeah, that you can do it your own. No? Finally, you will, if you have, if it becomes clearer and clearer to you, yeah, you can think it like in the beginning, the Papa holds the hand of you when you start walking, or the Mama. No? But more you start to develop the walking yourself, less and less she will need to assist you, and one day you don't want it anymore. Yeah? You walk yourself, right? In some aspect, it is like this. Yeah? And of course, we always in reference with the people we love, yeah, and we are in reference, deep reference. And as they also don't stand still, there is still a journey together. Even they are in front of you, it doesn't matter, but you feel the journey now, you move with, right? It's like the caravan, one has to be in front, one is in the middle, one is at the end, but it doesn't matter where you are there. You move in this one boat, right? In this one caravan, yes? And this is a very liberating experience. So children, what do they do when they want to enjoy? They play. Yeah. What do they play? They play hide and seek. Yeah. For example, hide and seek is fantastic because it is what is happening with the divine. Yeah. So how do they hide? They hide with the body. What does the divine? It hides with its body. You can say it makes himself invisible. It could make itself visible, of course. Yeah. But it doesn't want to take a form because its essence has no form. Yeah. So the children come from this space, from this dimension that they still remember lots of things. So they translate it in their child plays, no? And hide and seek is one that they want to play from the very beginning with their parents. At the moment they can somehow walk a little bit, they already start and they say, I'm hiding, you don't see me. And they hide very funny, They behind the chair, you can see everything, but they think you don't see them. Yeah. It's very sweet, it's very cute, And you must pretend, of course, that you don't see them, right? Yeah. But when they become elder, it becomes really difficult. And sometimes they hide so well that you get really scared, and say, oh my goodness, something happened, and you start to say, please, please, come out, and then they enjoy that and they think this is the game, and you stay there and they get half crazy, right? So, so the reality hides, yeah, but actually it is not the reality hides, it is us hiding. Yeah. And we hide in our illusion, we hide in our mind, right? So when the body is when the mind comes down, you see it releases substances. Yeah. It will start to release substances in your brain that open the doors, you can say. Yeah. You drug yourself out, yeah, because you have the whole chemistry inside. Yeah. Don't know if you know that. Yeah, you carry DMT in our system. We carry dopamine. We carry adrenaline, and so on, and so on, and so on. Yeah. So when there's a certain constellation, yeah, that allows the body to open, yeah, so that you have this capacity to take it, then the body can open it. No? And again, it will be a touch. Yeah? It will be a touch, not a physical touch. It is a physical touch, but it's an energetic touch in that moment. Yeah? It will be touched by an energy. And that energy will create a physical process that your brain literally unfolds. Yeah? Your brain, your brain halves, they will change the angle. Yeah, right? And it's even physical movement in the brain. And you get out substances, climb up in you, yeah, and so on and so on. Yeah. And you become aware of your energetic body. But it's a very physical, extremely physical experience. Yeah. The body is like electrified. Yeah. It is in a kind of out of sleep state. No. right? And in this high energetic state, you become part of this high energetic reality, yeah, that is perceivable in the nature. No, the nature is always full on. Yeah, and when you try to catch a cat, yeah, and the cat becomes angry, you have a tiger suddenly in front of you, and because they have this massive energy available, yeah, right? Even a little bird or anything, it doesn't matter. But when they feel threatened, they can turn into a monster. Yeah. I was just watching today gorilla video, mm, right? Gorillas, they're vegetarians. I mean, they have a mouth that you think, okay, okay, like, yeah. Do you know that they have this one of the strongest mouths in all animals? Even if a gorilla bites you, yeah, this is it. Yeah, your arm is off. No, right? And if he squeezes you, this is it. Definitely, there will be not one body, one bone alive. Yeah, right. It's unbelievable how strong they are. No, but they're very peaceful. Yeah, they usually they don't have many fights in their life. Usually, they control everything by sound. Yeah, so they stand up and they do this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's very strong and it has a really strong sound. Then that's enough. That's enough. I say, okay. Yeah. And then he comes only, he moves. He comes, yeah, and his presence is so clear because his body speaks, yeah. The body speaks. You speak with your body, yeah. What you say with your mind is totally irrelevant because what we actually receive from a person is the body, yeah. The body speaks. And this language you understand, and this is why when a woman says to you, hello, what is the time? And she's very beautiful, you don't want to tell her the time, you understand? Your body speaks, yeah, right? Yeah, you would say, I think it's nighttime, whatever you say, right? You understand? Yeah. It's not important what you say. Actually, the best thing is you say nothing. Yeah, I mean, you say easy thing so that the other energy can connect. No? And when the energy connects, ah, here is a connection, right? This is where we connect. We connect always there. And why is that? Because this subtle center, yeah, is the one that is open with everybody. Yeah. It opens by default in the age of 12, 11, 13, 14, depends. But in that area, it opens. No? And then you have a full access to the body perception of someone else. You have a full access to the energetic body as well. Yeah. And this is, from then on, that is all what you want. Yeah, first of all. Yeah. And this doesn't close. And so even you become elder, yeah, and you become less attractive, but this center is full on. Even you are 100 years old, this center is full open and full active and will always want to do the same thing. Yeah, it wants to connect. Okay. Yeah. So don't fight that. Yeah, you cannot fight it. Yeah. You have to integrate it, right? And that's already so difficult for most people to integrate. Of course, it is a very strong force, but all those subtle centers are gigantic strong forces. Yeah. This is a very, very strong force. And this is the force of creation. So when you start to somehow shape it in a good way, administrate it in a good way, your life becomes creative and you have a very easy access to your worldly life. If you don't honor it, yeah, yeah, you are just in this ego movie, yeah, in this baby movie, then it will be the opposite. It complicates everything in your life and it gives you struggle and gives you whatever, you know. So the more you are in a good shape, yeah. In our tradition, we call that marriage, yeah, right? Marriage is the best shape. So by default, in all the books, holy books, they talk about that. No, they say you marry, yeah. Means you have an optimum shape in this. And people who have a good marriage, let's say, or a successful marriage, I would call it, yeah, they always have a good situation in the world because it is the marriage that when they somehow can manage it some way, they have a good situation in the world. They are not necessarily always happy, 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 you know, but there's something with them that works. Yeah, that they can rely on each other, they can trust on each other, and they can create together. They become co-creators. Yeah, right. So if you have just a loose, a loose situation, yeah, it's not possible that you create something in this way together. Yeah. So we have this with many. We have this problematic that they cannot commit nowadays. Yeah, and so they cannot create. Yeah? And they create egotistic, and the egotistic creation is a very sad creation. You know, you can have a killer career. Yeah, you are up in McKinsey, God knows what, you know, and you are the funds manager and you make millions, but it's a very sad, sad position. Yeah, inside because nothing, nobody to share really, to create with. Yeah, and this is the thing we have very strong now, right? Yeah. Then there's a rare species that they can be happy by themselves. Yeah. Be it a woman or be it a man. It's very rare, but it exists. Yeah. Um, and they have don't have this pressure in them, no, to fulfill this energy. Let's say they are like talented, yeah, somehow gifted, not to have such a radical pressure on it. Yeah. While the average person has it very strong. And it is good also because it secures the species. No? Yeah. Yeah, the divine wants to reproduce, right? Because it creates and creates and creates. So it needs to reproduce. And because men create, right? Animals cannot create. They have a kind of funny way of creation. It looks like as if they would create, for example, all the animals, they have a very good consciousness about how to take care of the environment. And some of them move things, for example, move earth from here to here to balance some disharmonies. No? Very, very interesting if you study it. It's one of the new sections in biology that they found out that the animals have an incredible earth consciousness. No? But it is not a creative earth consciousness. It is an instinctive consciousness. No? Yeah. That's why we should leave it. We should leave them as much as possible untouched, not to cut their spaces and so on and so on. And then we have a very good earth. No? And the indigenous people usually they understand that. Yeah, that's why they live in a very good balance. No? Yeah. But the higher creation, what we would call culture, yeah, This is the difficult step to create harmoniously a culture. No? In this we failed. This step we couldn't make it. Yeah. So that's why many of the New Age, they say the real masters are the indigenous people, yeah, because they live in harmony with the nature, no, and they know how to do that, right? That is true to some extent, yeah. But the higher levels of creation they don't have, yeah. Okay, and they could not bring up a Bach or a Beethoven or a Mozart or a Goethe or an Einstein or whatever, no, right? So the body shows you your reality. This is where you are. And it is true with you. It always tells you the truth. It also shows you what's not good. Yeah. Immediately, if you're not taking care for it, yeah, you lose energy, you lose vitality, yeah. You lose all kinds of things. No? And then you sit there and you become sad and you say, yeah, it's because my mother doesn't love me and whatever, no? Yeah. No, it's your body. Yeah. Yeah, it's your body that needs, the older you go, it needs the more care. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, right? And if you don't want to do that, then at least pay the price, don't complain, or come into action. That's all. Yeah, and try to find a regular base of movement that fits to you and that keeps you somehow on the point. No? I was saying it today to one visitors, they came from China here. And I was saying to them, look, if I would take you now in seclusion, yeah, you would not survive it physically. Yeah. You would not be able to survive it because you have to be very fit. Like if I put Samir in seclusion, I have good hopes that he survives it. Yeah, he's a fit man. Or Sehaj also relatively fit. Some of you, mashallah, fit. But it's not the average fitness that you have to have. You have to be really good, yeah, because you will create so much energy there, yeah, that your body is under high pressure, yeah. Think it almost like a war, yeah. You are in a constant battle for 40 days minimum, and your body has to carry that because there is no rest also over a long time. There's no real rest. You're not gonna have 8 hours time, for example, to sleep or anything like this. It's the sleep is made on the minimum. Yeah, right. So you have to be in a good condition. And in the Islamic law, the one who is supposed to be the leader, yeah, Sultan, he has to be in a perfect physical condition. Otherwise, he cannot be the Sultan. Yeah. Right? Very important. He has to be top fit. If you look now to our leaders, Allahu Alim, yeah, who would make it, yeah, maybe Putin, I think he's quite fit. Yeah. But many of them are not so fit, right? Isn't it? Yeah. That's not good. A leader has to be top fit. Yeah. Yeah. So do not see your body as something low, right? Think it a little bit logic, Don't believe always this propaganda, this spiritual propaganda, Yeah. The body is the low, yeah, and God knows what. No, the body is not the low because why the divine wanted to put his spirit into something low? Huh? I mean, hello? Yeah. If you have a diamond, yeah, you don't want to put it earth around and mud and God knows what, yeah. No, you want to put it in a nice, want to give it a nice material, gold, platinum, whatever, right? So the body is the highest expression of the vessel for us. Yeah? Okay. So we have to honor the body. Yeah. Very much. Yeah. You have to Really, really honor it and come in a good relationship with it. Yeah. Keep it nicely, keep it in good function. No? Yeah. And now science knows, mashallah, after some 1,000 years, they found out that uh, only constant movement keeps it good. Yeah. And especially when you become elder, you have to keep it moving. You have to keep it moving. And you have to make strength also. You have to make sure that you are strong, you know? Same. Yeah. Right? And before they said, oh, when you get elder, rest, 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 you have a heart problem, rest, rest. No, the opposite. Move. Yeah. Then the heart problem will recover, inshallah. No? Yes. So the next time you have an issue, yeah, emotional, yeah, emotionally, yeah, emotion, motion, yeah, e, emotion, yeah, e, emotion, yeah. Yeah, if you have one of those emotions, yeah, uh, Krishnamurti called it this tiny, ugly emotions. He said once, when he speaks, he always explodes somehow. No, he says it is teeny, ugly emotions. Yeah, this is how he speaks, no? Yeah. And you say, what? Yeah. So when you have one of the emotions, we don't say tiny, ugly, okay? And you don't know what's going on, connect with the body. Yeah, ask the body. Yeah, ask the body and let the body answer for you because the body is what? Connected to what? Huh? Hello? Second question. What is the body connected? Hello? Huh?
To the soul.
Uh, yes and no. Half good answer, but it's not. No. Huh? What is the body connected? Hello? Hmm? We only have little minutes, so I tell you. So, body is connected to subconsciousness. This is why you can get the information through the body. Yeah? Body is the translator or the entrance to your subconsciousness. Or all what happens in the back, in the cellar, the body knows. Yeah? The body knows it. That's why ask the body to guide you. Yeah? All right? And then the mind will follow. It will translate. It will bring it into language. Yeah? What the body sent. No? What the body has sent. It will come up. Yeah, boom. Oh, okay. Yeah. But then it's not a thinking process. It is a seeing process. You receive it. All right. Yeah. So you need the mind to translate all the impressions that the senses create and that our body creates. And this is the mind is the interface. No? Right? The soul is the interface between heaven and earth. Yeah. It links us to the spirit world. Right? And the mind is the interface between the body, yeah, and the subconsciousness. This is why we have very little percentage of conscious mind. Yeah. And when you honor the body and you honor this connection, yeah, your subconsciousness becomes visible for you and you become conscious. Okay? I loved it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now that you know the ABC, okay, yeah, you can start. All right. Yes. So um, doesn't matter if you remember that or not. It's not important. Now, you heard it. Inshallah, it will become your reality and your understanding as well. And you can process easier. Yes? Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. Good. Right? And the spirit, yeah, we also have a spirit, no? Yeah. The spirit is the interface between the divine, non-created world, between the absolute information and the created world. Yeah? Because the spirit world in the soul level is also a created world. Yeah? It's not created, right? It's indifferent. It's like the earth time of a human being on earth is very short, but the cosmos, the time of a planet compared to the lifespan of a human being, yeah, is gigantic, right? So we forget that they have even a lifespan. Yeah. And the universe itself has a lifespan. But of course, it is a total crazy lifespan. No? So we forget that it has a lifespan. Yeah. But it is created. It has a lifespan. It will disappear. Galaxies disappear. Planets disappear. All right. Yeah. So usually when you see stars, yeah, then most of them are dead. And they send their light, the last light, yeah, they send from millions of years, billions of years to us. Yeah, yeah. So the spirit is the interface to the divine. Yeah. And therefore, when you live a spiritual life, you try to be in this information, yeah, in this highest information that we say from eternity to eternity. No. This is a very high level. Yeah. So we start where we are. Yeah. As at the end of the day, it's a unit. No, of course. Yeah. They need to be together. No, as long as we incarnate in this shape. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Good. Thank you very much for your precious time. We were flying in 10 minutes in the speed of an hour. Not bad. Yeah. It's good. So it was an hour, but in reality, it wasn't an hour. Yeah. But in Earth time, an hour. Yeah. If we would continue longer, yeah, this will go more and more apart. Yeah. And finally, you think, what the heck is happening? Yeah. It is 6 hours past, but it's only 20 minutes. No, right? Yeah. We don't have to go to everything today, but start to perceive, yeah, yourself. Yeah. So find the body, the tool, the most precise instrument, yeah, that you have. There is not an instrument in physics up to date that is as precise as our body. Yeah, by far not. Yeah, right. Good. Thank you so much, and wishing you very good. You look at this teacher. She got this effect. I want to see how I can do that. Let me see. Is it happening anything? Oh yeah. Oh no, no, but there's another one. That is Uh, let me see. Ah, look. Nice, nice. These Zoom people, I don't know what kind of drugs they take, but they always have the most crazy ideas where you think, what's the thing here? Yeah. Well, it's beautiful, sweet. No, mashallah. So yeah, have a good time. Yeah. And be happy, 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 happy. Yes. See you soon, inshallah. All the best to you. And thank you for everything. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.